What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel, and yes, after months of trying to get the cards necessary to complete this deck, it is finally done. My Galaxy Eyes deck profile. So this is a deck that I've been working on, that I was working on throughout all of 2018. Honestly, nobody had the cards I needed. There's actually 2 cards in the extra deck, if you guys could tell, that I am missing, but I will be getting one of them pretty soon from a trade deal, and then the other one I'm might pull it from the new dual power set that's going to come out in April, so who knows. All I know is that the deck is done, so let's get into this. So first up we have the monsters. So first up, obviously, yes, you have to have 3 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons, and then also 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Obviously, these are the main cards you need in this deck. Galaxy Eyes pretty much sets up a lot of your plays. Sets you up to bring out some of your higher rank Exceed monsters, so you gotta have them. And Blue Eyes is Blue Eyes. You can't go wrong with Blue Eyes. And then also, I am running 2 of Schwarzschild Limit Dragon and 1 Dark Storm Dragon. So Schwarzschild basically is an instant summon. If your opponent has a monster on the field with 2,000 or more points, boom, this guy comes out to the field. You can instantly special summon it, and you can still perform a normal summon. Dark Storm Dragon pretty much is a Gemini. It basically has the Heavy Storm effect, which honestly is pretty good. Some people don't some people see it as a throwaway monster. Fact is, it is not. Alright, you guys, so next up I have 2 of Whitehorn Dragon, and then also 2 Crystal Dragon. So these are 2 probably one of the more better cards in this deck, because with Whitehorn Dragon, basically when it's normal or special summoned, you can target up to 5 spells in your opponent's grave, and those spells get banished. This guy gains 300 for each one. You could potentially have a dragon with 3,700 points, almost 4,000 points, which is probably in FTK. I would say. And then Crystal Dragon is basically the searcher for the deck. So if at all during the battle step, if this guy battled this turn, you can basically add a level 8 dragon from your deck to your hand, which honestly would work out if you want to bring out Galaxy Eyes. This is the card to use it. Alright, you guys, now for the 4-star dragon. So I have 2 Assault Wyverns, which again is another searcher. Basically, when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can send this guy to the graveyard in order to bring out a dragon from your hand or grave. You can summon a dragon from your hand or grave, except Assault Wyvern. And then also I have 2 Alexandrite Dragon just as a beat stick. Another beat stick that I have is 2 Galaxy Dragons. And lastly, I have 2 Heliosphere Dragons. So this is why I have this out. So if you have Schwarzschild on the field, so if your opponent has a monster with 2,000 or more points, you special this guy, you special summon this guy in attack mode, bring this guy out in defense mode, get this guy's effect to double this guy's level, and can instantly exceed summon a rank 8, which honestly is pretty good. Which honestly is really, really good. So yeah, and then again, Galaxy Dragon just as a beat stick. I don't really literally every monster in this deck, all the dragons actually support each other because you're able to use them to exceed summon. So it's really consistent. And for the support of the dragons, I have 1 Lord of Dragons. I know you guys are probably asking yourselves why not use the King of D. Fact is, I am not in this format. I'm not running Dragon Revival Rhapsody or Melody of Awakening Dragon. That's why I chose this guy, and I'm actually not running the Flute of Summoning Dragon because there are so many ways you can bring out your dragons. For instance, Kaiser Seahorse, which I am running 2 of. Easy way for you to get Blue Eyes onto the field, or Galaxy Eyes, depending on which one you want. Simple, very simple. And now for the support of the Blue Eyes, I have 1 Sage with Eyes of Blue, which is a tuner searcher. 1 Maiden with Eyes of Blue, which has the effect where you're able to switch her into defense mode or into attack mode. When it's attacked, negate the attack, and then summon Blue Eyes from your hand to graveyard. So I know the memes are gonna come back with her. Fact is, this card can actually help you out. And then I have 2 White Stone of Ancients, which during the end phase that this guy was sent to the grave, you summon Blue Eyes. And then 1 of the White Stone of Legend, which again adds Blue Eyes to your hand, which is pretty good. And then also I have 2 Ghost Ogres, which honestly I do not have Ash Blossom. I'm telling you guys right now, I don't have Ash Blossom, but I do have Ghost Ogre. Still a really good card. Especially if you're going up against like Cyber Dragon decks or things like that. Yeah, but yeah, still awesome deck. Still an awesome hand trap. Alright, you guys, now we're going to get into the spells. So first up, I have 3 of Galaxy Queen's Light. This card is actually really good because if you have 3 monsters with different levels, you can bump up your monster's levels to the same level as the monster with the highest level, and this card can instantly get you to Exceed Summon. And then also I have 2 Silent Doom, mainly just to bring back Blue Eyes. And then I also have 2 Galaxy Cyclone and 2 Cosmic Cyclone. So obviously probably 2 of the best staples in this deck at this point, because you're able to not only destroy your opponent's back row, but also banish them as well. Which, again, they are really consistent. And in this format, 2 of. I would recommend as a 2 of. And then also 1 Regeki and then 1 Monster Reborn. Obviously, Monster Reborn, you run in everything. Can't go wrong with Monster Reborn. And then also I am running 1 of Galactic Charity, which this card is an easy way to get either your White Stone of Legend or your White Stone of Ancients into the grave. And also it expands your options from your hand. Now we move on to 2 cards that probably will not make sense, but once you understand why, it will make sense. So I have 1 of Rank Up Magic Barion's Force and 1 Rank Up Magic the 7th one. So you're probably asking yourselves, why these 2? Well, if this card is still in your deck and you have this on the field, you can change your Tachyon Dragon into your Neo Tachyon Dragon, and you're able to get the effect where you're able to take one of your opponent's what does it say? Let me read off the effect. Target 1 face-up Xyz monster you control. Special summon from your extra deck a number C or a chaos number or a chaos Xyz monster with the same type as that monster you control, but a rank higher, by using it as the Xyz material. This special summon is treated as an Xyz summon. Xyz materials attached to it also becomes Xyz materials on the summoned monster. Then, if possible, detach a material from a monster your opponent controls and attach it to the summon monster as its material. So basically, it has the effect where you're able to Exceed summon a chaos monster, and you're able to gain and that monster gains an additional overlay unit. And then with the seventh one, if your Tachyon Dragon is, if both your Tachyon and Neo Tachyon are in the grave, you play this card, you bring back your Tachyon and bring back your Neo Tachyon. Instantly, you have probably two of the best cards out there. This one you can only use once per duel. So yeah, and then this card you can use it at any time, literally. So still two of the more better spells in the deck. And then also I have one Xyz unit and one Galaxy Zero, obviously to bring back Galaxy Eyes. And don't mind the background noise. I have a bunch of family showing up, so I do apologize for that. Now for the trap cards. So first up, I have two of Tachyon Chaos Hole. Literally, this card will destroy everything in its path, because if your Galaxy Xyz is destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to the grave, you play this card and you're instantly able to banish all cards your opponent has on the field. And I didn't think about it at the time, but its second effect is actually optional. You can instead of drawing during your draw phase, you banish this card to bring out Galaxy Xyz, which honestly it is optional. And then I also have two Xyz Reborn to bring back your Xyz monsters, and this card becomes its overlay unit. Two-dimensional present, obviously with the ban list. Now with this card being at 3, honestly it's better as a 2 of. And then also two Tyrant Wing, honestly because you want to you want your Xyz monsters to gain extra points. And then I'm also running one of Double Dragon Descent. So if your opponent's Xyz monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon a light attribute Dragon type Xyz from your extra deck with its effects negated, and its attack points become the same as your opponent's Xyz. And you basically take no damage whatsoever. So that's pretty good. And then I have two Call of the Haunted, one Fiendish Chain, and then one Dragon's Rage, only because you want to deal as much damage to your opponent as possible, especially during the battle phase. Alright, you guys, now we're going to get into the extra deck, and I'm telling you guys right now, the extra deck is really brutal. Really brutal. So for the Fusion and Synchros, I have one Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, and then one Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. So Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon has the effect where it can make it can't be destroyed in battle, it can make a second attack, and when this card destroys your opponent's monster, that monster gets banished as well instead. And this guy, Azure Eyes, basically has the effect where you're able to special summon your Blue Eyes White Dragon from your graveyard. That's pretty good. Now for the Xyz monster. So I have Galaxy Style Dragon, which is another easy way to bring out Blue Eyes or your Galaxy Eyes, obviously because it has 2,000 or more points. Number 90, Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, which sets you up to play number 62. So this guy has the search effect, and this guy is an instant OTK. You want this guy on the field as much as possible. And then number 107, obviously because it's number 107, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, which has the brain control effect, which is really good. And then Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, because you want to destroy your opponent's field as quickly as you can. Neo Photon Dragon, because you want to get this guy's points even higher to become an OTK. Neo Tachyon Dragon, because it's Neo Tachyon Dragon, and it has all the effects of Tachyon, And then for the last of the Xyz, I have number 95, which is probably the best Xyz monster in this deck because this card is able to make a second attack when it uses an overlay unit. So that's really good. Alright, you guys, now for the Link monsters. I'm telling you right now, the Link monsters are really pretty interesting. So I have Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare and Beauregard Dragon. So here's the deal. So I'm gonna read off both their effects. I want you guys to think about what these two cards could do when they're together. So Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon's effect says, if this card is Link summoned, you can target one Photon or Galaxy monster in your grave and add it to your hand. Already right there is good. That right there is good by itself. During your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you can discard a Photon card and one Galaxy card, or you can discard Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon and then target one special summon monster your opponent controls and destroy it. You can only use each effect once per turn. And the Beauregard Dragon's effect says cannot be destroyed by card effects. Once per turn, you can send a card from your spell and trap zone to the grave. Special summon from either graveyard to your field a monster that was destroyed and sent there this turn, but negate its effects. Once per turn, a quick effect, you can target a monster on the field, change it to face-up defense position. Your opponent cannot activate card or effects in response to the effect's activation. So if you have these two on the field, you play Soul Flare Dragon's effect to send Galaxy Eyes to the grave and destroy your opponent's monster that will special summon, which triggers this guy's effect to bring it back to your side of the field in defense mode. That right there is good by itself, and plus you can use that monster to Xyz summon. Already right there is really good. Probably two of the best Link monsters out there. And then again, and I'm also running Board Load and Star Usually. Again, I don't even have them, but I am expecting them really soon. Alright, you guys, so that is actually going to do it for the Galaxy Eyes deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new videos. And on that, this is your boy Nash here, signing out.